Well, I'll just do an introduction and I won't go over the whole mastermind again. But hi, everybody. I'm Tom Geiger, and this is our Friday night mastermind. And it's a great pleasure to have everyone here on Friday night and discuss and go through the works of Napoleon Hill. And I built a little site here. I'll post out the link, and I'm just adding stuff as the weeks go on, and so it's just a place where I just capture everything, and so we've got archives of like of our first meeting, and in fact, this is where we're going to be starting. So here's all of the full notes, and we'll actually start down here at the end where where we talked about accountability. And so a couple people made some public statements. Mr. Neal, you said you were going to be prospecting 35 people, about 5 per day. You wanna jump in and tell us how you did? Mr. Neal?
Hello,
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Oh, we got a little echo going on.
One moment, please.
Sure, absolutely. Let me jump over to Coach Amos while Neil's working on his technical thing there. Coach, you were going to be committing to writing at least one policy and presenting the business opportunity to 3 people. How'd that go for you this week?
It went well. It went well. One of the best weeks in September because I followed through and somebody promised to put in a policy.
Right.
This person is out of state, so yeah, I have. So I promised to do 3 business introductions to some individuals. So I did 2 and 1 tomorrow. And yeah, it's just a Friday, so it
Fantastic.
works.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Great job. Mr. Neal, did you solve your technical?
Yes, I did. Thank you very much. Yes, my accountability for last week was to talk to 35 people within the last time to today. So I succeeded in doing 26, talking to 26 people, and then 5 of them are interested in writing policies. I actually started 2, but F and G didn't clear me at the back office because it's out of state. I didn't complete the best annuity training for the state. So I just put that one in today. So hopefully when they clear me, I'm going to write 2 of those policies, and then the rest 3 to make it 5 we come in.
Great job,
So
Mr.
I'm very grateful for this program because it kept my butt. there was there was a night. It was already 9 o'clock. I have only talked to 2 people. I said a remaining 3. I had to go on my pajamas to gas station and to Kroger around me, and then finish the 5. Something like that is very motivational. Thank you, Tom Geiger, for that.
Wonderful. Well, hey, we all need a little push, right? That's what keeps us on target. All right. Help me out with the pronunciation, Mr. Kahindi.
Kahinde,
Is he on the call tonight?
I have no. It's not here yet.
He is not there. Okay. Mr. Richard, are you with us this evening? Mr. Richard, okay. All right. Maybe they're just not here just yet. No problem. So all right, so just let's not go through last week's stuff. But let's go on to, so what I've done in the library area is that I started putting together some summaries of each chapter, and we'll kind of go through the book chapter by chapter. And so tonight my goal is to do chapter one and chapter two. So what I'm going to do is kind of start off with chapter one, and Mr. Neal is going to come in later on and talk about chapter two. Um, so with that, the book starts off talking about desire and how desire is really the foundation of everything. If you don't want something bad enough, i- it's really not going to come your way. I mean, if it's sort of like a, yeah, oh, that's a nice to have or something like that, then you know, are you real? Do you really think that you're going to be really putting in the effort to do it? Or if you wake up with that desire every morning and you're working at it and trying at and just, moving that goalpost a little bit further, a little bit further, a little bit further, and then as you're working on these things, whether it be prospecting 5 people a day or like Mr. Neal, you know, just saying to yourself, okay, I said I'm going to do it and I'm going to do it. So that's really what it takes, if you think about it, because if you're not thinking that way, then then it just becomes one of those things like, you know what, I didn't get to it today. So it really needs to be this definite purpose in life, and that's um um and with that, because there's nothing is for free, right? There is no free lunch. So if you want something, you really need to begin the you need to, number one, write it down and make it very, very clear. But then you have to kind of ask yourself, what am I willing to pay for it? Are you willing to put the work in? Are you willing to do that? Um, and so he actually goes on and talks about, well, again, this this burning desire of achievement. So that there's a story that he talks about. Mr. Edwin C. Barnes. He was a gentleman who thought about and had this passion to work with the great Thomas Edison, who invented the light bulb, and so many other things. He was really quite an amazing inventor, and so he wanted to really go to work for this guy. He had this burning desire to do it, and so he not only wanted to work for it, he didn't want a job. He wanted to be a business partner with this man, you know. And so he wasn't looking for a job. He wasn't looking to be an employee. And so he went through. I think he had very little money. He had to travel like across the country to get there, and he went by what they call blind baggage, which is like on a freight train. And so he was able to get a job. He just showed up, just looking, didn't have a suit on, nothing, just walked in and he said, "I want to come to work for you." And so Thomas Edison, you know, he he was, he was quite taken by the kid, by the guy, and he gave him a job, but it wasn't the business partner that he was looking for, but he gave him the opportunity, he gave him the foot in the door, you know. And Barnes saw that as, in his mind, he was already the business partner. you know he just knew that it was about to show up and he was going to do whatever it took, right? And the first thing he did was get his foot in the front door. Then then when the opportunity came, um, there was a new there was a dictating machine that Thomas Edison had invented, and nobody knew how to sell it. And as soon as he heard that, he said, "I can do this." He jumped in and said, "Let me do it." And that was his opportunity. And he seized it. He wanted it so bad. And he went out and he made millions. And from then on, then it was like this amazing alliance between these two people. Um, so I'm so sorry. Let me drink a little bit of water. So I've got this little blueprint for success here. Barnes' success wasn't random. It was a result of a powerful mental blueprint. And it was kind of a combination of this burning desire that he had with this definite purpose. He was persistent, and he developed the specialized knowledge that he needed to actually sell the machine when it came up and the opportunity came. So there's a quote here: "A burning desire is the starting point of all achievements. Weak desires bring weak results." So, so I'll leave it at that right there. So with that, we have a a segment of our let me just whoops. We have a segment of our show. Let's go. I'm sorry, I can't find it, but we call it the hot seat. Okay, and Mr. Neal was so good last week. Had brought up this wonderful question, and that we invited him back because he had this passion. He had this new question that he had in his head. And so with that, just to explain what exactly the hot seat is that someone gets to come up and state a question, state an issue that they're having, and then it's up to the rest of the people in the group here to share with them perhaps some experiences that they might have had in solving the problem, how because this is something that we all deal with. I know that because Neil shared the question with me. And so allowing this concept of the mastermind, just, how did you solve the problem? And so just chime in, or just, raise up your hand, and after Mr. Neal poses the question for us, and then we'll give Mr. Neal an opportunity to tell us what he learned at the end. So we'll go for about maybe 20, 30 minutes or so. So Mr. Neal, I'm going to give you the floor and just let you, I will stop sharing my screen.
Thank you very much, Tom. It's a great night. Very excited. So far, it has been we've been doing well. Like you have said, last week was great. It was chargebacks. A lot of people were excited and calling to say that was a great one. So we were thinking, what are we going to bring? This is a business, so we have to rub our minds, a mastermind. What are we going to do to help each other in doing this business well? So we came up with a topic, a general topic, concept that all of us know about, that we struggle with. Even every day it comes up. And what is that? Breaking the ice. Every time we go out there, we want to talk to people, we want to talk to families. Sometimes we don't know how to approach them. We don't know what to do. In the plane, you sit with somebody, the next person to you, you don't know how to start a conversation. What is ice? The way it is, ice, cold. Everybody is hiding there. I don't know this person. So there's that awkwardness in trying to start a conversation because you don't know the person. That is the ice. How do you break it so that you can start a rapport? That is the question today. In this sales, in this our business, we talk to strangers, we talk to people we already know. Even with people we already know, we still have to break a kind of ice with them because we are bringing a subject that they may not be familiar with. So some of them are going to receive it. It depends on the way you approach them. And that's what we're going to talk about today. That is ice breaking. So how do we actually break the ice when we get into contact with people that are new or even that we already know? So that's my question to all of us today as agents. So some of us have experiences, so let's share minds. Some people will get knowledge from what you have shared with them today, and they will make a sale tomorrow with it. So let's start. If you are ready to be the first to go. So signify your hands and then unmute yourself and start sharing the docket results. Thank you.
I guess I'll go ahead and break the ice.
Okay.
So I was talking with somebody once, and they had shared this concept with me, and they called it the form method. And form is basically an acronym. And what it means, so the F stands for family. Um, the O stands for occupation. The R stands for recreation. And then the M stands for motivation. So what does all that mean? So the first thing that we approach people with is the F, is the family. So you ask them about your family, or you're just talking to somebody, sitting, like you said, on the plane with somebody, and it's like, oh, my kid's, he's driving me crazy. Or I got the best kid in the world. Oh my gosh, my son just scored, 5 goals at soccer. Oh, do you have any kids? People love to talk about themselves. And so what we do is that we give them that opportunity. And so they start talking about their family, they're married. Oh, so you're married, you have children, et cetera, et cetera. And and then once you kind of finish with the family, you go to O with its occupation. Oh, so what do you do for a living? Oh, that's lovely. Again, getting them to open up. People love to talk. So you're learning about their family, what type of family person they are, single, married. You're learning about their occupation, what type of work that they do. And then you get into R. What is R? R is recreation. What do you do for fun? You play music, ride motorcycles. That's me. Do you play sports? Do you zip liner? Um, and so between those three, you're gathering all kinds of information. All kinds of information about who this person is. And and then the last part then is the M, which which is the motivation. What is it that motivates you? And then hopefully by that point you could then bring together what you've learned so far, and and then talk about how what you do, you know, could blend into, you know, um, um, like how what you do can perhaps help them. You know what I'm saying? Um, I hope I'm making that clear. But anyway, yeah, so the form method, I'm gonna actually write, I've been working on a little bit of a paper on that. So I'm gonna put it all together and I'll post it up for everybody to review. But I didn't want to take all the time, but I'm sure other people have other ways that they've broken the ice with people and talk. So who else wants to chime in? Come on, everybody prospects.
I'll give a contribution.
Absolutely, thank you.
Um, Store that most of us go to most is Walmart. You
Mhm.
know, you find somebody there in the aisle walking, and you know, there's some of the phrases like I do when I'm curious to know about somebody. First of all, I find them is I greet them. Hey, good morning. They are shocked somebody's asking about their morning, especially here in America. And so, and sometimes they might have heard it, but you need to do it again. Good morning. Now they respond. Hey, I'm curious to know, are you from this area? I just moved here, even when I lived there. I just moved here. And, I'm just curious to know where I can go maybe and play soccer. Do you know any place here? Whether they are female, whether they're male. And then they will say, no, I don't know. Oh, okay. By the way, my name is Amos. What's your name? They'll tell me what their name is. And if probably I'm curious to know whether they are born and raised here or, they moved here just like me. They will, say, oh, no, I've been in this state, I came here for school, something like that. Okay, so now I let them open up. And I'm like, okay, with the interest of time, I don't want to waste much of your time, but here is my contact. We can connect. I offer mine before I take theirs, if they're okay with that. And sometimes it works. Most of the time they say it works, but because of the skepticism some people might have, if they don't give it to you, well, nothing. But if you just leave them there, you're lost in the first attempt. You didn't do nothing, but you tried. If they give you the number or they decide to connect, that's still fine. Some people now are okay with giving out their socials rather than their number. If you have a LinkedIn profile, you can let them know, you know, this is my LinkedIn. Can follow each other there, and then you can start from there.
Great. Wonderful. Is there another person? I believe everybody on this call has been talking to people, strangers, people you know. So share with us a little bit. We're rubbing minds together to see how far we have gone, or what we have used to break this ice. How do we go about it? Okay. Yeah, I don't want to call names. I want people to volunteer to say something, because I know we have great minds here that we can learn from, So
Okay.
I didn't.
All right. I can maybe share mine. What I've been doing lately with breaking my ice and also just marketing myself, trying to, educate some people out there is social media. So I'm new to posting, marketing myself as posting some materials like Are You Well, college funds for kids. So I've been doing that. And funny enough, or lucky enough, I have a lot of followers now, because I can see people are interested in what I'm posting. So that is how I'm breaking the ice. And I've had, a couple of people also kind of reach out to me and say, can we schedule a time where you can tell us more about what you just posted? So that's another way, of breaking the ice as well, on social media for those who would want maybe to start doing that. And I've seen that there's a lot of people marketing themselves that way as well. So it's not only when you go to the store, but also use the social media platform as well. That will be it from me.
thank you very much. That was great.
Yeah,
So,
I'd like to make a little contribution as well. I think it's a great topic. Thank you, Dr. Neil. And just to add to what others have said, I think it's not it's not something that comes so naturally to some people, especially when they're meeting strangers. It's easier for us when I mean, apologies first of all that I'm not on
camera.
on camera. Yeah, I had quite a day, and just bear with me. So for me, it doesn't come so naturally to, for instance, when I'm on the plane or I'm in an Uber, I just like to mind my own business. I just think other things. I kind of internalize. I don't like to. So it's when I really came in and I began to listen to people like Dios, Emos, and others. So recently I had to pat myself on the back because I got in an Uber, and then I actually managed to talk to this guy about, the business, and just to introduce it, because I was like, I have to just step out of my comfort zone and say, oh, have you heard about this? I also got to know that Muslims really don't feel comfortable with life insurance. I don't know, for whatever reason. And then they also told me one of them, because recently they lost a father, then they realized that it was actually good if they had had an insurance. So what I do with people, I start talking about the weather. Oh, it's such a beautiful day. Oh, here in Minnesota, whatever it is. Oh, the cold has come so quickly. It's like you never get used to this, this weather. You never get used to the cold. How long have you been in Minnesota? And those kind of things, just light questions. And from there, then you begin to talk. Oh, by the way, have you heard about this? And it's really doing great. And then I just take it from there to share with the person. Others told me, oh, I've heard about it. I was with the WFG and so on. I said, well, then I said, well, I'm not in that company. I have this and the other. The other ways I also do is really like what Patricia said, is I post them on my status. And I haven't really gotten into posting them on my Facebook new feeds. That's something I need to start doing. It's because I just have not been so much on the social media of late. But I post them on my status, like on WhatsApp, and I get people reach out to me, even from outside of the US. And I'm like, I wish you were here. I mean, this for now. It's here. Then when are you extending it to this side? Like our BTOs, I've got so many people that have asked me that they wanted to participate, but they're just not in the US. They're not in Canada. But so yeah, we can actually use that to break the ice. People just get curious. They want to know about it. And so these are some of the ways that I personally do it. I generally, when it's person to person, usually I like to talk about just the weather, or there's something in the person that I just want to compliment, if it's a lady and so on. Oh, I just like your hair, or sometimes the earrings, those are cute, or this is cute, or they're walking with a dog. Oh, what a cute, cute little dog, or whatever it is. But find some kind of common ground where you can spark off a conversation from. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you, Christy. That was great.
Thank you. Yeah.
Any addition? Yep. Any addition? I know I said these are great people that have spoken. I know a lot of people here.
Folks, the best thing to do is to participate, just to talk, just to share your thoughts, share your ideas. There are no wrong answers here. This is not a test. This is
Exactly.
This is an opportunity to work through serious problems that as agents we all deal with. And so this is not a time to be shy. This is just a time to just come forth and say, yes, you know what? I stumbled through this, but then all of a sudden I tried it one day and I did this. Looks like Pastor Christine's back.
Yes, I think I would like to come back again if that's fine.
Sure.
Just to share a recent experience. So as I work from home most of the time, I just get so tired of being inside and I want to take a walk. So recently, a couple of weeks ago, I said, I just went, we have a Goodwill store just on the same street where we are. So I got there. I started walking around. I literally didn't want to buy anything, but I just wanted like to just walk around. So I'm just passing around the aisles and so on. So I see this lady. She looked, she she's an African, and then she came around. I said hello to her. When she responded, I knew straight that she was from Liberia because I recognized the accent. So she herself felt like she wanted to talk to me. So we started from there. She was asking me, "Oh, look at this. This looks really nice." I said, "Yeah, it looks good." And so we just started talking from there. And the interesting part is, we ended up introducing each other. And then I told her I was a pastor, and then my husband is from Liberia. That's how I know the Liberian. Then she got even more excited when I mentioned his name. She was like, "Oh my God, I know him. Yes, Minister Nacha. Oh, wow." She was so excited and so on and so forth. From there, we exchanged telephone numbers, and later on, I was actually getting ready to invite her to the BTO when a friend of mine told her that, oh, I think that she had heard about the life policy. And from there, she actually reached out. And I've been working with her doing illustrations this week. She would like to put in a policy for herself and hopefully for her family as well. But I just saw that just going around, I mean, putting yourself in an environment where you can actually be able to meet certain people is also good. Because I learned that thing from Dios, who can just get in an Uber, even though he doesn't really want to do anything, but just because he wants an opportunity to prospect. So I've learned that I can actually just go out there where people are, in the Goodwill, in Walmart, and wherever, any place where I can find people, and just strike a conversation with whoever. If you find somebody who is kind of like friendly, it's so easy it can just start from a smile, and from there, you can actually begin to talk, even if you don't introduce the actual idea of the policy, but at least you have made a connection with someone. Yeah. Over.
Okay, thank you.
Great.
Coach.
Yes, I see Kahinde has raised her hand and you are looking for her. Let her go first.
Oh, absolutely.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Oh,
Okay, come on, Kehinde.
you muted.
Come in, Kehinde. Oh, she has muted herself again.
Mhm.
Okay, Dale.
Yeah, good evening, champions. Yeah, so that's very, very interesting, because I recently was going to grocery store. You know how sometimes you have people who are advertising stuff. It could be phone. So usually, like the way I do is that as you are approaching me, I take time to listen to you. But also, it's also an opportunity for me to talk to you. So I recently, had a connection with one of the agent, who was trying to sell me some product, and then she was more interested. Like, she got more interested about their product that actually I talked to her about. So there's the other way. There's so many ways to prospect, but the way I usually do is just like go in environment setting where I know um, people will be willing more, like it would be more willing just to talk. In a grocery stores, they like to talk events. Sometimes I like to talk, about my kids. So when I break the ice when I start talking about my kids, or I notice some people who wants to talk about their kids, their practice. Like you mentioned, Tom, soccer. People like to talk about soccer. People like to talk about sports. So in any type of conversation, anything that interests people that me and the other person might have in common, that's where I usually start, our conversation. the coworkers, like during the break time, like at lunchtime, what do we talk about? Like, you know what I mean? So sometimes people be asking, oh, so what do you do when you get off? You know what I mean? So it's a chance for you to now like put your business out there. Whatever you say, I mean, there could be, spend time with the family, take your kids to activities, but we also we prospect or do business. So we, in other words, just to start a conversation, just to get somebody to know what you do instead of you talking about what you do at work, for your full-time job. Now you mention to them about that you are an entrepreneur, that you have your own business that you run. And then they'll be more interested. Oh, so what does your business do? Like so many things that, now from there you start, talking about, like it just gives you it's like an icebreaker, for your conversation, just to even get a chance to talk about your business. And that's what I usually do. So thank you. This is a very, very I like the conversation because it's something that every agent, should do. Ice breaking is very critical to our business. So I'm glad that you brought out this topic. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
So Candy is back now. Can you tell us what you have in mind concerning this subject matter, or
Hi, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
All right. I won't be able to be on camera. I'm actually in the midst of kids. But I would like to put in my own contribution for the ice breaking thing. So I had my own prospect in church, and she's actually one of the deaconess in church. So since I just returned back to California like a few months ago, and I would like to say something that sometimes it has to do with our person. First and foremost, we should have good self-esteem. You should be able to believe in yourself, because sometimes we are not even able to approach people if you do not believe in what you want to sell to them. You need to understand and know much about what you are intending to market to them. It's not everybody that wants to take out money from their pocket and do something. But first and foremost, like you said, like to my the way it's a nice breaking thing, but the way I was able to approach her, this woman, so she has 3 kids actually, and I was fortunate enough that she liked my person, and she told me that, oh, I like the way you look, I like the way you dress, and all that. So sometimes you just have to catch them with something that you have inside of you, and which you are able to portray, the way you comport yourself, the way you dress, the way you speak, even in the public. It says a lot about you. So that my own contribution is we should have a self-esteem. Yes, it might be difficult for us, but once we are able to have that good connection with people, and the way you interact with people, the way you rapport with people, I think it goes a long way, even before you even talk about what you intend to sell to them. So that's my own contribution.
Great, Candy. Thank you very much for that. It's like Dale, you still want to say something? Your hands are still up. Okay, so now,
So Neil,
I think we will move to the next one now because of time.
I wanted to add one more quick, comment. It's just a quick comment, So, part of it, the one I wanted to add is that prospecting. Sometimes the way you present yourself does help a lot in the community. Like if you want to prospect, just to know that your look matter, like the way you present yourself when you're going prospecting, because the way people used to see you and the way they want to see you as you're prospecting, it matters. So that's all I wanted to add. Thank you.
awesome.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So, Mr. Neil, let's go ahead and we'll wrap this up. And I just wanted to give you, 5 minutes or so just to reflect on what you've heard from everybody, and if there's anything that you've learned or picked up from this mastermind.
Oh, so I should go ahead speak now?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Just
okay. Yeah, very well.
Mhm.
Thank you very much, my CEO. Like the last speaker has said, this is a great session. I have learned. I'm taking notes because it's important. I have to start with you, CEO. You made something that is very clear for me. Form. It's true. People are about to, when you're in the plane, you want to break an eye. I mean, that's a good way to start. How's your family doing? You start, occupation. If he's able to respond for that family thing, you'll be able to go to the next one. And then that one will open door for the next one. If he's able to be fluent with that, you go to what motivates you. At the end of the day, you'll be able to get to your main point, which is to sell. So that was great. Also, my who was that? Amos started by saying when he goes out, he starts by saying good morning. That's a very good, effective way too. So you open up because you don't know them. I mean, I'm new in this town. I wanted to know where I can place up anything that you are not deceiving anybody. It's a strategy to get attention of that person you want to help. So long as it's not fraudulent. So I don't want people to feel that, oh, well, you are lying or no, you're just trying to help somebody. And then you have to break through that ice because everybody you don't know is cold. So that's why it is used ice. They are a little bit, they try to be reserved. So you have to break that barrier to establish rapport. That is ice breaking. So that is great. And then my Edie Patricia was very, very powerful. Social media, posting the products. I mean, this has been there, but we're not using it. I don't even use it at all. So it's something I'm going to start using now. So that is great. Sell yourself through social media. And she has told us that she has been getting responses. Look at Christy Dow too, the pastor, talked about even as simple as the weather today. These are things that I ran you. When she was talking about the weather, it reminded me about when Moses was shouting, crying before the Red Sea to the Lord, oh God. God said, what is that thing in your hand? It's a rod. That rod was powerful, but he didn't know. So when he stretched it to the river, the sea parted. So there are so many things around us that we can use to break ice. Oh my goodness, the weather. Somebody is sitting by you, maybe you start, oh, it's really hot today. How are you feeling yourself? You break the ice from there. Good, Pastor Christy, that is powerful. And getting into Uber, we've heard that with Dios many times. Looking for common grounds. Also, Deo came up with that, very powerful. You have to sell your self-esteem according to Kehinde, that is true. You have the way you look, because that is what you have, is what you use to break the ice. So that is great. For my own personal opinion, I use things that I see with people. For example, I love Nissans very well, Nissan cars, So when I go, I see somebody who is driving a different model. I have layers of it. So I just say, just go to that one that is parked there. How do you like this? I like this. This model is beautiful. What? I'm a fan of this. We start talking from the car that person has. And we just open up a conversation on that and then break through. Oh, after we talk about the car, so what do you do for a living? Then we start from there. So even somebody reading a novel in the plane, oh, that's a good novel. You start, who's the author? So you can start like that and then looking at what people have around you, and then you spark something from there. The novel, the newspaper, you see a line in the newspaper, and if it's not politics, then you don't go through so that can be a very hot button matter. So anything that is there, maybe they're talking about index or the S&P fell today, you start talking from there, and then you go into whatever you want to go. So using things that are visible around you to spark off that, to break that ice is important. It could be cars, it could be a novel, it could be a newspaper, magazine that somebody's reading. It could be they're walking the dog, like somebody said. I used to like Shih Tzu. So what is the breed of this? Oh, Labrador. Oh, yeah. Then we start from there. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is powerful. This is powerful. I love it. It's very, very encouraging and insightful for us to do this business. So if I don't know what I don't know, I heard from Tom, I heard from Patricia. So I incorporate them so I have a bigger knowledge to use tomorrow. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This is powerful.
Thank
So
you
I hand
so
over
much.
to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Neal. That's fantastic. So we're going to move along here, and our coach is going to jump in here and talk to us a little bit more about desire. Coach, you with us here?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Let me find you here. There we are. There we are. Coach, how's it going there tonight?
It's going well.
Good.
Well, this is a very important topic. Just
Absolutely.
as I came 15 minutes to get to the meeting. I was from playing soccer. And, that is one of the avenues that I use to prospect people.
Wow.
I
Okay.
find a guy, in Walmart, where are you from? Tells me, I just moved here for work. I'm like, well, what do you do for fun? Like, actually, I don't have friends here. I'm like, oh, we play soccer somewhere. Is it close to you? That's it. I'm not talking about the business. So
Okay.
the multiple times that we play, we get to trust each other that way. Then I'm like, hey, what do you do for work? And then they would tell me. Okay, so then from there, I just find a sweet spot where I can slide in. Do you have plans on Tuesday, 7 p.m.? It's like, not really. Actually, I had an appointment, but okay. I was curious if you would be one of my guests. I have a presentation tonight, and I will be happy if you make time for me. So then they're like, okay, I will see. Send me the link. And then if they ask, what is it about? Do you trust me? And then they would say, okay, because somebody asking like that is someone who has probably been presented to this opportunity. So you don't want to still give it to them that it's about financial or what. Some of them come on the call, they stay for the whole call. Others, when they get to know that this is something that has been presented to them, they leave, but still I did my job to get them here. I develop the trust and still we stay within that. Just to piggyback. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. This has been a very interesting meeting. I'm going to use only 5 minutes to wrap up our topic today. So today, our COO Tom talked about chapters 1, and I'm going to talk about chapter 2, which is desire. So I have a few slides here, but I'm going to just read for you. Just read for you here, Edwin C. Burns, story, which is very fascinating. When Edwin C. Burns climbed down from the freight train in Orange, New Jersey, more than 30 years ago, he may have resembled a tramp, but his thoughts were thoughts of a king. As he made his way from the railroad tracks to Thomas Edison's office, his mind was at work. He saw himself standing in Edison's presence. He had himself asking Mr. Edison for an opportunity to carry out the one consuming obsession of his life, burning desire to become a business associate of the great inventor. So our COO Thomas talked about how Edison C. Burns, had that goal in mind that no matter how long it would take, he would eventually become a business associate with Thomas Edison. And in this very chapter, when you go on, you find out that there is a warrior leader who led his battalion off the shores of the river. And when he reached there, he commanded them to burn the boats. And when they saw the boats going to ashes, he told them, you see those boats right there? They are a sign that we are either leaving this shore alive or dead, but nobody's going to go back to the other side of the river. So the story, the point is, they were trying to take the fear out of the others who might have thought that if things get hard, they're going to go back. So when they saw the ships going to flames, they understood that there is no way to go back. So I know we always need this reminder all the time. Why did you start? Why did you start this financial career? Why did you start to be an entrepreneur in the first place? We encounter this because an entrepreneur is like you a wild animal. You're a wild animal. Every day you gotta seek prey, catch. And the prey is also alert, it's waiting. Who is gonna catch them? But are you gonna sleep hungry or you're going to go and hunt that prey? That is entrepreneurship. It's not easy. But the thing is, once you chase the prey, the guarantee is you will get it. But if you don't chase it, the guarantee is nothing. You're not gonna eat. You're not gonna eat. And then when we go to the other story of the Chicago merchants, because those are the three stories that I wanted to talk about. The Chicago merchants who saw the destruction back in the days. I don't know, that's something like 100 years ago. And some people, when they saw all those buildings, the stores go to flames, there's only this one merchant who stayed behind and told the others, ladies and gentlemen, do you see that place there where those stores are going to fire? I'm going to stay here. I'm not going away to any other place. And I'm going to build my store there. And the world will talk about it. These are not stories, or any other kind of motivation. These are real stories. And the burning desire of that guy, that's why you see Chicago has one of the tallest buildings in the world. Because of that story. It was an idea. So point I'm trying to make here is you're not trying this thing. Just take out the mindset, I'm trying this thing. Just stick to it until it works. Until it works. Because if you don't stick to it, you've already failed in the first place before you tried. One thing I like to use to tell myself is the alternative sucks. And that's why I'm here. Because the alternative sucks. We're going to winter. And waking up in the morning and you see that snow out there, you drive, you're like, you know what? Let me continue grinding. Let me continue looking for the next Patricia Geiger and the CEO as well. So I'm going to stop here. We agreed to have this for 1 hour. I can go on and on. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Well.
Can I chime in just for a minute? Because I liked the analogy that you came up with, Coach Amos, and say, as an entrepreneur, we are like wild animals. Did somebody catch that?
Yes.
Yep.
You'll have to catch that prey, because otherwise you're gonna go hungry. You're not gonna eat, right? So coming to the burning desire, do you really have that burning desire? Because it started with a dream, right? It started with a thought that you wanted to change your life and get financially free in this business. What are you doing about it? Because if you're not gonna catch that, prey, if you're not gonna prospect anybody and write a policy, guess what? That license that you have is gonna be collecting dust. There won't be any change. So, like mentioned in the book, right? I was writing some of these things down that the video was talking about. Having a plan. If you have a plan, well, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and I'm gonna go to Target and get some, detergent. But when I get there, I wanna talk at least to one or two people before I get out of the store. If you go to Target and you don't put that plan into action, what's going to happen? Nothing. So we can have the plan, but we need to act upon that plan, because if you don't act, then nothing is going to happen. So I want to challenge everybody here. If you have been a licensed agent, you got your license about 6 months ago, what have you achieved? How many policies have you written? How many people have you spoken to? How many people have you brought into the business? And if not, why? Change up the game. What is it that you're not doing? Have you forgotten your dream? Has that desire that made you start just withered away? Write it down every day, like he said. Read it to yourself. I want to change my life, not only mine, my family, not only my family, other people, my friends, my community. I want to do big. I want to be an ED. What are you going to do to be an ED? It's not just going to happen. Work has to happen, right? Production. If you're not a producer only, if you are building a team, how many people have you brought here? So that burning desire, guys, it has to be there all the time. Remind yourself, give yourself time. In 3 weeks, I want to write one policy. In 2 weeks, I want to get one person to the business. Something. You have to start somewhere. Otherwise, hey, you'll be coming to the meetings, to the trainings all the time, right? And then people will be getting paid twice a week. Your name is not on the scoreboard. No agent, you're not recruiting anyone. Then why are you here? We are all here because we wanted to do something here. Change, get financially free, help someone, live that purpose, that God has called you to be. What are you doing about that? So let's all get reminded. So that's all what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Patricia. And yeah, I was also quite taken by Amos's quote. So let me just share a little bit here, and um, and we'll get things closed up here. But I do want to bring this one quote here that here it is right here. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. So going out there, failing, trying, failing, you're learning, things happened. They plant seeds and something great happens. Try it. It's a fact. So anyway, let's kind of move into our final closing segment here, where we talk about our accountability. We started off, and a couple of people chimed in on some things that they spoke of and committed to last week. And we're just going to give anyone an opportunity. Just open up their mic or just raise their hand and just tell us what it is that you want to do this week and what you want to accomplish by next Friday, and then we'll wrap it up. Who wants to go first? And oh, so you want to be specific. You want measurable outcomes.
First,
Sure, jump in.
I'm committing to doing a presentation to 5 people next week, and recruit 1 person to the business.
Sounds great. Patricia Geiger, are you going to be going to Target this week?
Yes, I'm really getting big on social media, so I'm gonna do more, and I'm trying to at least invite 10 people to the BTO this week coming, yeah, and also at least write 2 policies.
Wow. Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
All right. We've got Dr. I think she said you can read it out. Also complete onboarding 3 agents, she says, and she wants to write at least
That's
two
two policies.
policies. Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Neal, last week you had a big
Yes.
goal. You going to go for
I
it again this
intend,
week?
yeah, I actually wanted 35 people, but I got 26, and the 5 of them are very prominent. 2 are actually being written for compliance reasons. I couldn't complete it, so it's a carryover assignment. I will complete the policies and bring the rest 3 into it and complete the remaining 9 people that I needed to get. So I'm going to complete the job that I finished last week.
Wonderful,
So
wonderful.
9 people to talk to, and then 5 policies to write.
Okay, cool. Who else wants to jump in real quick? Come on, we've got 25 people on the call. If you don't state it, you don't push yourself. Come on. You gotta challenge yourself.
Hey Tom,
Yes.
how you doing?
Good.
Well, I guess I will just jump in really quick. Thank you. This was very wonderful training. We always get insightful information when we have these masterminds on Friday. I plan to have, not plan, but it will be actually true. I will have 2 policies written this week.
Mhm.
Um, and I will have a business partner that will come on board with me. So that is my challenge for this week. So yeah, let's go. And next Friday, I will tell that in the audience.
I'm going to check in on you, Michael. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Who else? Miss Monique, I see you up there. See who else is on here. Mr. Deo, you are.
So Angela said something as well in the she says she's committed to bringing in 5 licensed agents from the other side. Woohoo! On the business. Fingers crossed, she says. Yeah, as she is hoping to add them to her team. Go, Angela. That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
It's allowed to steal.
Oh, absolutely. That's a burning desire right there.
Yes.
Awesome.
We love it. We love it.
That is awesome news. Awesome news.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finger crossing, Angela.
All righty.
Uh,
Okay, unless anyone wants to jump in, we're gonna close this up. All right. Well, once again, thank you so
Well,
much.
Pastor Christine said something. Sorry, Tom, I don't mean to cut you.
No problem.
Yeah, she's saying, I'm trying to open up the charts here, that she's also trying to write some policies, I guess. I think that's what she said. And somebody else as well. I don't know, my thing is acting up here. I can't open it for some reason. Can somebody read those charts, Amos?
Monique will be working on recruiting. Monique, be specific. Be specific. If you don't have a number, you're not gonna hit it. That's what Napoleon Hill just talked about. Just be specific. Well, maybe 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's go, Monique.
That's it.
Yeah, that's subjective.
Okay, at least
One this week.
Good.
one this week.
Okay,
Okay.
good. Good. I want to call upon my team members. I see them here. You know yourselves. Let's lead from the front.
Call them out.
That's good.
Okay, I think they are busy. They're at work.
Okay.
See Ididios. I think Ididios is here. Oh, all right.
I see. Yes, Mr. E.D. Dios is here. Do you want to share anything with us and tell us what you're going to accomplish this week? We're just wrapping up and stating what it is that we're going to accomplish for the week. He may not
All
be.
right, all right. This week, when you mean this week, is like next week or just this one? Because I just closed the about 3 business partners already as I'm joining. Does that count?
Whoa, let's go.
Does it
But that
count?
is for this week, next
Oh,
week.
He's ahead of the game. Look at that
whoa.
burning desire.
It's a champion.
That's
Does
why
it
he's a
count?
general.
So this is from this Friday till next Friday. So it's this upcoming
Okay.
week.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm shooting to write at least 2 policies by Friday. Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
2 big policies.
I love it. I love it.
Big. Okay.
So you are.
Very good. Very good.
Do you have?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Was there anything that you wanted to?
I think we'll try to
Yeah.
call Dr. UR.
Yeah, we have a
Yes,
champion.
indeed.
I don't know if she has spoken.
I didn't speak because I wasn't able to come off camera, but I did put my goal in the chat.
Oh, okay. That was before I came in. Awesome. Yeah, that's it. That's it for me. Awesome jobs for being here. I know you traveled but you made it on time. ED Patricia, oh my goodness, I probably missed the good stuff you guys have enjoyed, but all good, all good. We're all gonna be there next time, right?
Absolutely.
Bye, champions.
That's very true.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, I'm going to have a summary of everything and I'll post it up and we'll get the recording up so anyone can see it. And thank you, everybody. Thank you. That was our second mastermind. So I think it was a lot of fun and just want to say thank you and have a great night.
Okay.
Thank you, the COO. Thank you, Mr. Neil and the team. You'll have a beautiful Friday evening.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Night,
Good
guys.
night.
Thank you.
Yep. Good night.
Everyone, good night. God bless.
Good night.
Mm.
Good night. Thank you.
Night.